Hello and welcome back to my garage and my channel. This video is about the process of making at least my Balisongs. I saw someone in the comment wanting to have a video dedicated to it. So, yes, I'm dedicating this video to that. It's not going to be a tutorial. I'm not going to show you how to make Balisongs. I'm going to show you how I make my Balisongs. So, just like a concept of how you can make a Balisong, but not in depth. I'm not going to make a Balisong with you. I'm just going to show you my process. Generally, it starts here with pen and paper, just sketching it out. This pen. And then I'm moving on to cardboard because I think either cardboard or tape, because I can either trace the cardboard onto my metal or I can like tape on a piece of tape in the shape of the knife and then just cut it along that. So yeah, but the pen and paper thing is cheaper than the tape. Well, here's the V2. It's kind of good for being like my first aluminum knife because the V1 was all plastic. Oh shit. It's kind of bent because I've dropped it and thrown it so many times, so it's more like a statement, more like this is my first Balisong, not for actual flipping because it kind of sucks right now. Well, I have this. This was my templates. This is the V3 template. This is the V2 template. Look, you see? This is my V2 template. And this template. You haven't seen the knife to this because I'm still working on it. So that's an upcoming knife. It's going to take a lot more time than these knives because this one I want to be like even better than the V3. And keep in mind that the V3 had no tap, no play. The weight was a little bit off, and that's the thing I'm going to improve on this one. And both of those knives, the V3 and the new knife, is going to be bearing knives. This is a washer knives, which is, if you're gonna make a knife yourself, bearings is the way to go because it's easier for beginners to make bearing Balisongs. This is washers, and it's super hard to not get tap on these. You know, when I first put out the video with this with no tap, it had the bearings that I then transferred to the better knife that was the V3, and this got the washers, the washer treatment, but this will have bearings, which is superior if you're making a Balisong your own. But I do think that Balisongs, real Balisongs, company made, is better with washers or with bushings and washers. I don't like bearing knives like in consumable knives, but in my knives, you know, that's like the only way I can go. And then after I've done that, I go here to where I have the materials and I pick out the right material. This is sheet of aluminum. I don't know how thick it is. It's like maybe 1.5 millimeters, I would think. Then just take the templates, place them as far as to the corner as possible, or like here. This is actually good for a blade, so I won't take this slither and make handles out of it. It's easier to make chunks like this, and then you just go like that. And depending on how heavy you want, if you want a light knife, you can just make 4 of these in aluminium. But if you want a heavier knife like this one, you see, I have double this thickness, meaning that I had 8 of these in aluminium. And then glue them in pairs together, so I had 4 thicker ones, and then took 2 and made one handle and the other to make the other handle. And I had 2 of these like weights to hold it together, while the V3 was lighter and only had like 1 here, but then it also had a big brass thing baked in the handles, surrounded with like wood and plastic and aluminium. That's the thing. I regret not making a video on that, and I regret not taking pictures of it, because now it's encased, it's sealed. So, yeah. But anyways, I don't even have the V3 anymore. You know, I gave it away to my other flipper friend. And maybe you will see the V3, because he's such a cheapskate that he won't even buy his own Balisong. He just buys Chinese knockoffs shit. So I made him one. He likes it. He's going to flip it. And maybe you will see him flip it in my video sometimes, if he ever decides that he wants to be in my videos with me. If I can convince him. Well, after I cut it out, I'm cheap, so I have just a metal saw, but that works, and then I just have to file it down. And when I'm happy with it, I assemble it, and then see, do I want to do anything with it? No, I don't. So, right here, paint station, I'm just painting it, and I'm painting it with some motor paint thing that's supposed to be not rubbing off, even when it's applied, and even when friction is applied, and it can withstand temperatures up to 650 Celsius, so it should not rub off, even from a glossy aluminium. Oh shit. And then I'm just giving it a clear coat to make it sparkle and be nice, you know, and to encase that one, because it has kind of a rough outside, and if I use that, it's more of an shine, more of a clear and, you know, like glossy feel. Well, so that's kind of the process I'm going through when I make knives. The knives I have done so far have only taken about 2 to 4 days. But I want to improve, and I want to make knives that take... I want to be more, you know... I want to be efficient, yes, but I want to take my time, you know, make sure it's perfect, and don't, you know, have this again. I mean, this is a great knife, but it's, you see, it's not even the same length of handles. The holes isn't even in the same places, and it's plastic sen pins, and it's all around bad, but still good. It was a little bit stressed, this knife. So the next knife I'm going to make is... shit. It's going to be better, and it's going to be... it's going to be not a sandwich knife, it's going to be a faux channel knife. It's a faux channel knife is sandwich knives, but with a little sliver of material just put in and then painted over, so it looks and feels like a channel knife. Well, that's a little in how my Balisongs are made. And the total costs of Balisong is, if you only state the materials, you know, if you only count in the materials, and in this sheet, I think you can do about 6 knives, if you're doing these kinds of knives. So 6 knives in this one cost me $30, so 300 Swedish crowns, but about $30, about that price. And the bolts, shit, it costed me like $1, I think, or maybe $10 for both the bags. Yes, $10. What am I saying? $1? No, $10 for both these bags, but they were full of bolts and things like that. So I don't know if it was a good deal, but yeah. So about 40 bucks for 8 knives, because this isn't even the full sheet. So 8 knives for 40 bucks. It's fair. But I do want to stress that even though it's not that much, if I'm not even making good knives, what's the point? Then I can just buy the AliExpress knives, which I have bought one. I bought a Balisong from AliExpress, which is coming in a later video in like 2 months. A clone of the Zephyr from Swix is coming. I've heard it was quite good. And yeah, so look forward to this mystery Balisong that I'm making and the Swix clone. Well, I just want to disclose a little bit before I end this video, because maybe people don't like that I am buying, me and other people are buying clones. I'm just buying that clone because I can't afford the Swix Zephyr. But if some of you don't like that people are buying clones, I know where you're coming from, and I respect your opinion, but my opinion is that my money is spent better on that clone than the real one, and that's just something that we all need to come to terms with ourselves. Well, anyways, this has been me going through my making of my knives and such, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.